Hi everyone, I just wanted to do a quick video. It is Friday afternoon and it's about 4:30, and basically I titled this video "The Deadliest Conversation You Can Have with Yourself." Now I know it's a pretty bold title, but the reason I put it as a bit of a bold title is I wanted to capture your attention. You see, the thing is, for me, I started actually doing videos probably about 7-8 years ago when I first started to get into internet marketing. And I was pretty shit scared. And I did my first one, and I probably recorded it maybe 7-8 times, and I went and shot it in the park. And for me, it was all about busting through my fear of actually being on camera. And there was a lot of conversations that were going on in my head just before I was filming it, and the scariest part, and I'll never forget it, the scariest part was just when I was pushing the upload button up to, I think it was Facebook or YouTube at that time. But see, I uploaded it, and then the scariest and craziest thing happened. I actually got a friend from back in high school, and he actually said, "Great job, well done." And I was like, what? That's crazy. I was expecting all these negative comments. I was expecting people to really trash the video, say the video was terrible. And the opposite happened. And it was really funny because I started to, ever since that time, really start to look at what are the conversations that happen in people's heads that really prevent them from going out there and doing stuff. And I was at a seminar probably about 2 weeks ago, and one of the presenters mentioned that one of the fastest ways to make yourself depressed is to have the following conversation with yourself. And the conversation goes like this: I want to achieve that. I'm going to go and find someone that's achieved it, and then every day for the rest of my life, I'm going to compare myself to that person. You see, the fastest way to actually make yourself depressed is to compare yourself to other people that are ahead of you, and then to beat yourself up because you haven't yet achieved it. And we all want to achieve success, but the problem is that we often judge our pace and our progress based on other people. And we look at other people and go, why aren't I there yet? Why haven't I achieved it? What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? And that tape plays in the back of our minds when we constantly compare ourselves to other people. And it is really a dangerous conversation to have with yourself. It can be even more dangerous than, you know, drinking alcohol and taking drugs. It makes you even more depressed faster. Now, I don't know if you guys can relate, but you see, the thing is, if we really want to achieve something, we've really got to focus on our own progress and our own growth. And as soon as we go, but they've done it quicker, or they're more skilled than I am, or whatever it is, it can really put yourself into a negative self-pity, but also depression, I guess, sandpit. Because you go, ooh, oh, and every day it's just another thing of watching someone else going, how good are they? How great's their bank account? And then you look at yours and you go, I haven't made it yet, And it reminds me of like when you're on a drive with your parents in the car, and in the back of the seat, in the back seat, kids are yelling, are we there yet? 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 And it's just so annoying whenever that conversation is playing in your head. So you've got to be really careful if that conversation ever happens in your mind, right? And what I often teach, you know, some of my students, other people that I coach in business, and just people I interact with, is I say, if you want to get good at something, first start to notice your own progress. And I encourage people to actually start a success journal and start to actually note down, what are you doing well and what are you achieving? Because innately our brains just turn to the negative and going, what am I not doing well enough, right? But when we start to go, okay, each day, what's that one thing that you've achieved better than you did the previous day? You start to actually accelerate your progress as opposed to slow yourself down. And that is so important, that you acknowledge yourself, acknowledge your own fast track to what you want to achieve. See the people that are out there that are doing well, great. Start to notice why they're doing well and start to practice some of those things. But notice also whenever that conversation comes up of, I'm not there yet, because it is so dangerous to have, okay? So I encourage you to definitely keep a success journal, but also focus on your own progress, focus on your own growth, and then you're going to expedite your own success so much faster. All right. So I just wanted to share that with you because it really can be a deadly conversation to have, and enjoy the journey. Enjoy it, because we only have one of it, right? And I'm really building up to something big, and I really want to sort of share with people out there that your self-worth determines so much of your success, and when you're feeling empty inside, you really can't have that big impact that you want to have on other people out there. So we really want to help people go from empty to empowered, and through entrepreneurism, really have a big impact on the world. So thanks very much for watching. Hope you have an awesome weekend. And if you're up in Queensland, you'll know that you'll be feeling the heat, but you know, stay cool, and hope you have a fantastic weekend. And thanks very much for watching. And remember, avoid that comparison conversation. Thanks guys, bye.